Morning. It is 5:10 in the a.m. I am off and still in my PJs with the robe on because I am outside because that gives me the light. Anyway, hi, I'm Beth. Um, Today I thought I'd talk about my old dog Mo. Mo is awesome. How I came about being with Mo. I lived in an area that was on the outskirts of suburbia, I guess you could say. And so it was remote, but it had its own little suburbia kicking. So it was a neighborhood. And I moved in with a lady who was a single parent as well, but she went through a divorce and had all that going on. And she had two young boys. Well, I had my son, who was 5 at the time, 5 or 6. And no, he was 5. And I wanted to live in a place that was safe for him and safe for me. And there were other kids around so he could see what it was like to have a brother. I, of course, thought of it in a dreamy fashion with rose covered glasses, but life moves on. So, anyway, I moved in with them. And, oh, okay. Um, Everything was cool at first, and then I got a job with my local PBS station, so I thought that was cool. So it was awesome. Anyway, we lived out there. It took me about 45 minutes to get to work because we are so far out. And in so doing, with kids being kids doing kid things, all of a sudden one day they come up to me with this dog. And they're like, we need to feed this dog. And I'm like, oh no, you feed a dog, he's gonna stay. So I'm baffling with this, and then I go to pet him and he felt skinny as shit. And I was like, oh shit, you need food. So my overwhelming love heart proceeded to feed the dog. Anyway, come to find out, this dog was actually an escapee from the neighbors that were kitty corner to our house. So I proceeded to go over and talk to the owners and such. And they had 3 other dogs. And the only time I ever witnessed these 3 other dogs, including the one that was around the kids, were fed, was like after they went hunting and would give out deer carcasses. And I was like, that's not cool, but it's also not my dog, not my yard. You know what I mean? It wasn't my business. I could observe and make my own judgments, but it wasn't my business. Anyway, so the lady proceeded to tell me that Mo, which had a different name at the time, I think they called him Rudy, and I just was, no, no, I'm not having a dog named Rudy. No. So anyway, I didn't remember that until just now. So there's all kinds of little string connections, right? Anyway, so she told me that Mo came to her through her mom, who worked at an animal testing facility. Yeah. Okay. So she ended up getting the dog from her mom from that animal testing facility. And I proceeded to tell her she had 3 choices when it concerned the dog, because this wasn't the first time the dog had gotten off, because I did not realize how much, but he was an escape artist. So anyway, I was like, look, you got 3 choices. I was like, you can continue, you can get a better chain for him so he doesn't escape. You can continue with the chain you got, and my neighbor's going to call the pound on him. Or 3, you could just give me the damn dog because I love him. And she tried to hem and tried to haw as 2 more dogs from inside the house came out. And then she proceeded, I'll go ahead and take the dog. So me and Mo became family with my son, of course. And he was an outside dog during the day, but at night I did let him in the house and he slept in the bed with me. And he was pretty good. He tore down the blinds one time having a thing, but okay, he's a dog. Dogs do that. Anyway, he was impressive as hell. Never had a dog like this, okay? He was a big dog and he was a mixed breed. I have a picture of him somewhere and eventually I'll let you see it as soon as I find it. It's been a long time. Mo came when I first moved into my trailer in the trailer park, which was near my new PBS job that I thought was going to be my future. Lo and behold, life is different than what we imagine sometimes. And me, I'm more on the dreamy side of things, if you couldn't tell. So anyway, um, yeah, so Mo came and lived with us and such, and then because we got Mo, my roommate's two boys wanted a dog of their own, so they went and got this miniature German Shepherd dog. Oh, Mo's tanning. He was pretty much brown and black. He kind of had the color figurations very similar to a Rottweiler, but he was fluffy. Like there was German Shepherd in him or something, because he had the fluffy tail and the fluffy butt, and he had long thin hairs. He was a beautiful dog. He really was a beautiful dog. So anyway, my roommates get a dog because we got a dog. So the boys wanted their own, and what they got was more of a puppy. Mo, when he was to me, was more like a teenager. You know what I mean, dog wise. And so one night we were trying to bring their dog in, which was named Boots, because he had little white boots, fur at the bottom of his paws. Anyway, so they couldn't get him in, and puppies think it's a game, and they start running, and you're like, "Holy, would you come on, dog?" And so Mo, I love Mo. Mo, I had already brought Mo inside. He knew the drill, you know. As soon as they come inside, he could come to sleep with me, which was a luxury for him because he used to sleep outside and had no doghouse. You know what I'm saying? So this Mo knew the bump up he got in life. So he, after coming inside, came back outside, grabbed little Boots by the scruff of his neck, and pulled him into the house. And all of us humans were just like, the dog did it on his own. That was my Mo. Okay, my Mo knew things. All right. So life moves on, and I go on, and blah 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 blah. And I'm working at this PBS station, like I said, and it's 45 minutes away because we're on the outskirts. Might have been even a smidge longer. Well, until we moved into the trailer, because I could afford it. It was mine. I wouldn't have any kind of. There were situations, people. Life is full of situations. And I needed to remove myself from particular situations. And the trailer was something I could afford. It wasn't an outrageous price of some kind of an apartment where a maintenance man can come in any damn time he likes to do whatever it is he says he's supposed to do. I had it happen to me, so that's why I'm like, no. Yeah, no. And I've had roommates that were, I did not want to involve myself any further in their issues, and I already had because, damn. Anyway, so I wanted to be on my own with me and my son and Mo now. So we moved into the trailer. It cost me my tax return 1 year, and then I could afford the rent monthly because it was cool. It was an older trailer, 66, which is kind of why I bought it, because that was the year I was born, and I thought, ooh, that's cool. So apparently they made trailers a hell of a lot sturdier back then than they do now, but that's a whole nother ball of wax. Anyway, so I bought this trailer, could afford to live there, had the Mo there. And at one point, there was a coworker at the PBS station I was working at that needed a house sitter because they bred puppies. And there were a whole bunch of, were they German Shepherd? No, they were Cocker Spaniel puppies. Okay. So they had a whole bunch of Cocker Spaniel puppies, but they wanted to go on a vacation, just, a weekend out or whatever. But they needed somebody to take care of the dogs in the house and the blah, blah, blah. Well, he lived on the outskirts of suburbia as well, but in a different direction. And he had a pool, and that's cool. And so I came over one day so that I could introduce myself and Mo and Joey into the situation. Joey's my son, in case I had not said. Anyhow, so we were there. We went into the pool. We did all that. We let the dogs get to meet each other and blah, 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 except for their German Shepherd, which they locked into a room. So, okay, I'm there. and I'm taking a shower after having gone into their swimming pool. So while I'm in the shower with shampoo still in my hair, I can hear Joey screaming off in the background and some gurrs happening as well, but you can't hear that, running water through a door. So I come out, I have a towel wrapped around me, hair dripping with shampoo all in it, and Mo is going at it with the German Shepherd. I mean, they're going at it, and it's like, holy fuck. So I go over and I grab them both by the scuff of the neck and I pull them apart because fuck y'all, okay? I'm trying to take a shower here and y'all are fucking with it. So I don't know which one, but one of them bit me in the leg. There was a puncture hole in my leg, and I was probably because I didn't feel it, even though subconsciously I know I did. So it probably just fueled my, you done pissed me off now, you drew blood. Kind of, get things done in the moment when you have to. And that was one of those moments that you just have to. Okay. So while all this is going on, I didn't realize my towel had dropped. So here I am, naked as a bitch, two two arms, one dog on each arm, pulling away from each other. And then I let Mo go because I knew Mo wasn't going to do anymore. And that's why I love Mo. Mo was an awesome dog. He loved the fuck out of anybody who wanted to love him back. But if he started shit, he's going to finish shit. You know what I mean? And then once the moment's over, he's going to back off. So that's why I let Mo go and I took their dog and I flung him outside like, fuck this shit. Because, I was cussing like a bitch when that happened because I was pissed. You can always tell. It's very unpleasant. Trust me. But, I'm just as human as anybody else. So then I grabbed my fucking towel and the lady wanted to bitch at me because I didn't throw my dog out there. And I looked at her and said, I know your dog started it because Mo's not going to start it. He'll finish it, but he won't start it. So that's on you. So yeah, your dog is thrown outside. Not my Mo. Not my Mo. Whew. And I absolutely love that dog. When we first moved into the trailer, there was a different type of heating system that he was unaccustomed to. Remember, he spent most of his early lives either in a cage as a test animal or living outside in the woods. So and then he moved into the house with me and he was accustomed to the typical central air type of sound and feeling and vibe. Well, the trailer's not like that. So being built in the 60s, the type of furnace that it had used natural gas. Okay. And it did a grumble every time it was about to boot up to get the heating system kicking. Well, it sounds in certain regards very similar to the sounds of a tornado. And it freaked Mo the fuck out. Reason being is there was a tornado that touched down one day when I was all the way out at work at PBS. Mo's chained up outside during this storm that comes through and unexpectedly lays down tornadoes, even if they were mini tornadoes near where we live. So he experienced the tornado from the outside. So to have that grumbly noise, because people say it sounds like a train, so that's what the furnace of my trailer sounded like, and it freaked Mo out. He was thinking, whoa, you know what I mean? So that was my Mo. That was my Mo. That was my dog. That was my heart. I built a fence around my yard just because he was such a good escape artist. Even after building the fence, he put 6 holes in it. Hardhead MFer. Damn it. And part of it was my bad because I never neutered the dog. He had a hard enough life. You know what I mean? Animal testing, living outside. The poor baby had a hard life. And he thought that's what was so unique about this dog is that he was smarter than the average dog. He experienced things, you know what I mean? And via that experience, he knew how to act like a better kind of person. And I say all that about my lovely, wonderful Mo. Eventually, I had to put him down because he had cancer and he couldn't walk. So instead of torturing him with this inability to walk, I agreed to let him go. And that was hard because he was my Mo. But anyhow, whew, sorry, didn't mean to go there. I can still do that with that dog because that dog was fucking awesome. Anyway, I see things that are going on the YouTubes about the dumpy and wanting to start shit and saying that there's going to be a civil war and all of this shit. Well, Twinkle Toes is never going to get involved in all that. He wants to see everybody else running around acting a fool because Twinkle Toes is mentally deficient. His soul is corrupt. Do not listen to that man. So I want you guys to do as you're doing. Whoever's out there doing their thing, do not act out first. Defend yourself, defend your position, hell to the fuck yeah. But do not act out first. These Nazis coming around and the black folks stopping them, that's exactly what you need to do. Stop them dead in their tracks, because fuck them. This is America. This is not 1920 with your fucking ignorant asses out there doing your fucking ignorant ass things. This is America. And I'm going to tell you more about that story later, but I need you to act like Mo. Yep. Love who you can, when you can. Doesn't have to be physical, people. You can smile at a person just because, being human is hard. Being human sucks sometimes. So the least all of us can do is offer up a smile. Unless, of course, you're facing a dickhead. If you're facing a dickhead, fuck them. You know what I mean? Those who know, know. Those who don't know need to educate yourselves. Because you're not the only individual on this planet. You're not the only individual that makes things go round, okay? There's a lot of people that are like me that don't say that they're like me because of whatever their reasons may be. I do not want to project my own thoughts on that because I don't know their life. I don't experience their life. I don't know their pain. I don't know their gain. I just know they exist. I know I'm not the only one out here. And that's some of the difference. The people that are mad about Kendrick in the halftime show, somebody stated it very well, and I loved it. Kendrick put a mirror up to you. All the information you wanted to find out about Kendrick is out there. And I know because I've searched it myself so that I could educate me. I didn't know anything about him, but out of the respect to the artistry that he performed that day. And if you don't see the art, then maybe you need to go back and look at things and start thinking, man. You got your own brain. You don't need somebody else to tell you how to think. You know how to do it on your own. Go research. Like on Miss Frizzle, that little girl with the ponytails. She used to always do the research. You know how to do it. All you want to do is sit there and bitch so that you can get clicks. Good for you. Temporary gratification leads to nothing. So to me, in a certain regard, Kendrick is my new Mo without being my new Mo. And that's not meant as a degradation. That is a compliment. Because I know Kendrick is not going to, well, I don't know. Kendrick's going to Kendrick. And that's what I love about him, I guess. You know what I mean? The way that I'm viewing Kendrick, because again, sometimes I can look at things with rose-covered glasses and don't see everything. Now, I've heard some of his history, and it's not your normal, white, pristine, pretty. But who of the white folk have you really dug into? You voted for a guy that hung out with Epstein, the known child sex trafficker. Yeah, that's who you voted for. And that says more about you than it does about him. And that's another reason I'm mad at you. It's one thing to do it to yourself, but now you did it to everybody else. So yes, I'm viewing Kendrick at this point It's more like a Mo. He loves everybody, but don't fuck with them. Thanks again, Kendrick. I can't expect you to do anything less than who you are, and you're a fucking genius. So I'm glad I'm alive in this time to be able to witness your glory. All right. Take care of each other, everybody, because that's all we got. Peace out. Love to you.